Dr. Umar Johnson's man, his saga is going on. It's going on and really going on. Uh, we are going to listen to a person that supposedly his daughter, he has not this said it's not. He has some problems with her at this moment, way she's approaching things. And we will say from the get go, a child approaching her parent in this manner, we will never condone at all. However, um, there are some things that parents can do to exacerbate situations and make situations worse. And that could be for a myriad of reasons. Either you don't know how to parent, you lack a certain skill, or you really don't want to be a parent, or in some cases, you don't really want the child. There are some cases that happens. With this one, partially we understand her viewpoint. The other part, again, we'll go back to, it was a bit of an inappropriate, not a bit, it was very inappropriate how she addressed him. Because we are about the fathers. However, Umar, you can't be talking about everybody running a certain way to bring kids back to a sense of self while seemingly not taking care of your own. You know what I'm saying? Seems a little bit like a double standard. So we are going to hear her tirade for just a brief second, and then we'll move on.
And another thing, Umar, you're not getting a happy Father's Day out of me, you fucking fat monkey bitch. You ain't been in my life for all these years, but you get on the internet talking about some, oh, no snow bunnies.
Now you see that okay. If you wouldn't mind, ma'am, we would love to talk to you about some stuff. First of all, but secondarily, we understand the anger. We can see it. We will grant you that. But there are better ways to address the person that gave what he gave to bring you forth to life. We will always be proponents for better communication between children and fathers, and especially fathers, but more so parents. But in this situation, if the parent isn't open to conversation, it can lead the child to act out and be very volatile in their responses. And while it may be wrong, it is also unchecked, and hence the child may be behaving in a manner that would be seeking attention that they're not getting and need. Umar, uh, your statements on her said that you would love to sit down with your lawyers and you'd have that white man money to deal with her. Um, but to say you've been a deadbeat is untrue because you've been paying child support. I'm not quite sure you get the whole premise of fatherhood if that's your monicum on your line. If your line for not being a deadbeat is paying money to the mother, I think we can all understand why maybe perhaps she might have this behavior. Second, she said something that was kind of weird about the snow bunny statement, which makes us to believe maybe possibly that she is a product of a biracial connection, multiracial connection, interracial connection. You know what I'm saying? Like it might have been that Umar, before he became the king prince, whatever title he has of Pan Africanism, may have dabbled into the one thing he said no one should be dabbling in it if you were black. Just a thought. And we continue, my lady.
Fuck out of here, dickhead. You're not getting shit.
Okay. Um. I'm trying to be careful about the next few words I'm going to use, and this is all I have to say about it. There are many, 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 many things that can be done to avoid situations like this occurring in your family. If nothing else, Umar can be an object lesson to fathers out there. Child support might be good monetarily, but what the child really needs is you. The child needs you to be present, and you don't have to be perfect. You don't. In fact, sometimes growing together in the roles that you guys have is one of the sweetest experiences you can get. My son said something to me one time, and I won't forget it. He said, Dad, did you know that this is the first time any of us is going through this earth? We don't have a reference point for anything we're doing except for what somebody else did, and we aren't them. So this is our first time going through. So the mistakes we're making for the first time. And then he said, I'm sorry I made your first time through so difficult. Here's the best benefit of this is that him and I got to grow through the hard part together. And so what we eventually got to was this place where while I may not have been the best father at certain junctures, and he may not have been the best son at certain junctures, we encountered those junctures and moved forward together to become better parents and kids. Didn't seem like Umar took up that mantle at all with this young lady, and he dropped the ball severely and thinks that somehow giving money to the mother on her behalf was sufficient. They both seem to have a lot of anger toward each other that they need to work out. Will it? I don't know. The way Umar moves, I don't know that he wants to work very many things out. I think he's too consumed right now. This is just my assuming. I'm assuming. Based on how he talk, he's about that money. I'm just saying, just saying. He seems to be under fire a lot, and his life this might be a turning point for him. I'm just saying it might be. Sometimes when conflict becomes too much, it's a perfect place for people to settle down and change. Could this be the opening that she needs and he needs? Well, it might be a volatile point, but a good point to come back together and kind of. Now, she says she's not looking for reconciliation. She says she's trying to find her other siblings that he's done the same thing to, more than likely to have a place where she can vent her own anger. I will say that I think she is looking for reconnection. Well, I should say she's looking for connection. This is her reaching out, whether in anger or not, she's reaching out to try and get somewhere with this. Will it happen? Don't know. But you're seeing in real time what dysfunctional families look like and the dangers engulfed in it. While Umar's out there talking about black family and black kings and black queens, his own home is in turmoil and he cannot keep his own home in check. And it's not even like it's not in check because there are just natural problems. These are self-made problems, and he's allowed to just completely elapse, go past. If I were to give Umar any advice, it'd be this. Sit with your daughter without the white man money. If you shouldn't need the white man money. You should have your own money, by the way. Sit with your white man money. Don't sit with your white man money, white man lawyer, whatever you want to, but sit with the lady. Y'all have a talk. Get all the mess out the way. Try and be father and daughter. You would actually do more for the black community by establishing this relationship. You want to have black kings and queens walking around who have their heads high. Show them what it looks like to fix a black family. Novel thought, huh? Forget the school for a minute. Put the school on the back. After all, it ain't going nowhere. It's right. Trust me, the school ain't going nowhere, bro. That's there. It's gonna end up being a landmark as is. So forget the school for a minute and just shift your focus. Deal with your kid. She is desperately reaching out. This is actually reaching out to you. I would suggest you take the invitation, run with it. But then again, you might be just listening to a bunch of coons. Who knows? We don't know. We've been called all kind of names by the people that think your way. So we don't know. We're just offering what little we can, when we can, and what we see. For those of you out there who heard what she said, do you agree with her? Do you think that she has a right to be this angry? Are you on her side and she should say more? Or are you with us where while she might be angry, she's going about it the wrong way and they need to reconcile and find a way to create a family dynamic that works because the next generation depends on it. We look forward to hearing your comment on this one because it might be a good topic. If it may not even be about Umar, this might be a good fire starter for a family conversation here on this channel. So I look forward to your comments. Drop them.